such an important player for the Utes.
Moses Wood hits both. First appearance for Junsuk Yo, the native of South Korea, for Gonzaga. As EK on the bench with 2 fouls, Stromer on the bench with 2 fouls, Braden Huff has 2, and now here come the Huskies on the attack. Down 2. Corin Johnson blocked by Junsuk Yo. And an offensive foul is called in the charter for Washington.
Little zone here by Gonzaga out of the timeout.
With Anton Watson up top.
This is a little bit of a smaller lineup too overall. No EK, Huff is obviously in foul trouble.
And the run out, here goes Ryan Nembhard for the lay-in.
As Spatola was just talking about in the studio, it's now 11-2 in points off of turnovers here in the first half.
3 Zags in double figures, 13 for Hickman to lead everybody, 10 each for Graham Ike and Ryan Nembhard. As Keon Brooks Jr. can't get the roll on the baseline, Anton Watson clears, here come the Zags. But the fouls mounting for Gonzaga, that's why this smaller lineup is out there with Braden Huff on the bench, 3 fouls, 2 each for Graham Ike and Dusty Stromer.
Well, I like the zone the last 2 possessions.
Open, Ben Gregg, 3.
Collapse the defense with the drive and then find a shooter. Gregg had his feet set and dialed it in.
Gonzaga's led by as many as 8. The lead is 7 right now.
Well, dribble penetration has hurt this Gonzaga defense in the first half. The zone has done a good job so far of keeping them out over the top and forcing them into contested shots.
The rebound ripped down.
What a pass!
Long pass. Watson in transition to Ben Gregg. One more look at this last play. What a play by Anton Watson.
Huskies fans are used to seeing some great passing. Michael Penix Jr. was unbelievable all year, but how about this one? On the hardwood, it may not get any prettier than that. One hand flipper, the length of the court, drops it in on a dime for Ben Gregg.
Largest lead of the night for Gonzaga.
The vision and the versatility that Anton Watson brings is just incredible.
Moses Wood from deep, and the Huskies needed that.
Forced a long closeout on the back line of that zone defense. Watson was just a step late. And now 2-3 zone from the Huskies.
Which had been a staple for Mike Hopkins up until this year. Nolan Hickman on the baseline.
How about 15 points in the first half? His season high was 19 against Syracuse. He might have that in the first 20 minutes here.
And a career high of 20 last year against Santa Clara for Nolan Hickman. Final minute of this first half. Both teams up over 50% shooting from the floor. Moses Wood tries another 3-pointer. The rebound, Ben Gregg for Gonzaga.
Mark Few tells him slow it down for a second. Rare time that he's asked them to slow it down. They've done such a great job of scoring early and attacking in transition. Understand the clock is your friend here.
10 to shoot. Ryan Nembhard backing his way in and a step back. And Keon Brooks pulls it down. The Huskies can play for the last shot of the half. Inside the final 20 seconds.
How much fun has this half been, Roxy?
Building has been electric. The teams have been fantastic getting up and down the floor at great pace. This has been a fun half of basketball.
And shots are being made. You're talking about 56% shooting and 54% shooting. And how about a little bit more to make you understand how much fun this game has been? Leader for this team as well. He understands the Gonzaga way and how it's done.
Corin Johnson lines it up in the corner and buries a 3 for the Huskies. Fourth 3-pointer for Washington tonight.
You got a mismatch. Gregg being guarded by Sahvir Wheeler. Just go ahead and post him up.
Nembhard being watched by Wilhelm Breidenbach. And a foul as Gonzaga trying
on the high side so well. So Anton Watson lifts. And when he gets to the top of the elbow, that's what creates that opportunity for that high-low entry pass. And Greg, knowing help side was coming over, he just threw it up right away and got the foul.
Anton Watson knocks down Keon Brooks off the ball. And that is for his teammates with Liam Lloyd, the son of Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd, former Gonzaga assistant. Liam now plays for Northern Arizona.
Tommy's team, #1 in the country. A lot of similarities in how they attack and how aggressive they are offensively to what we see out of this Gonzaga program.
Out of bounds, and it's a Washington ball. Last touch by this, and he has been such a factor tonight for Washington.
Has yet to score so far, though, here in the second half.
Xavier Wheeler open, gets the roll, high off the window and back down for Wheeler.
When you're shooting 24% from beyond the arc, it doesn't matter how it goes in. You just want to see it drop.
Huskies have gotten some bounces tonight, that's for sure. Frank Kepnong the rebound. Here come the Dogs, or the Huskies, I should say, because the Bulldogs are the Dogs also.
I know, you've been really confused.
Yeah, it's thrown me off my game, I got to admit.
It line and falls through the hoop.
And after we had the Dog show at halftime, too, here tonight, which is fitting with Gonzaga taking on Washington.
Look out.
Too high for Keon Brooks Jr., the Huskies throw it away.
Well, he was open, too, and Mark Few is irate that they allowed Keon Brooks to get to that lane and have that much of an open path to the hoop. That was Ben Gregg who missed that assignment on the backside of the zone.
Gregg missing a good look at a three, and Keon Brooks the rebound. Moses Wood, three. And a timeout with 12:07 to go. The Huskies were down 11.
Draft Lottery's thinking about two words: Caitlin Clark. She hit 35 the other night to eclipse 3,000 career points.
3,000. Anton Watson gets the roll in the key.
I didn't think about that, right? 15th player all time to eclipse 3,000 points.
And now the zone from Gonzaga. Keon Brooks in the corner, and he cuts the Zags lead in half.
Keon Brooks doing a really good job against the back line of that zone. They missed him on the alley-oop. That time he cleared out from left to right and got his feet set in the deep corner.
4 Huskies now in double figures. Frank Kepnong leads them with 12. Nolan Hickman for Gonzaga leads all scorers with 17. And an open three and a foul as Moses Wood fouls June Suk Yo of Gonzaga. And 3 shots coming up for June. Zags by 3.
This is not quite the Apple Cup kick, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh, I would have been botched. They would have made fun of me. Herb Street, McAfee, where are you? You know where you are? You're covering the national semifinals. He's the actual one kicking for the Huskies. That's probably a good thing because, by God, that was pathetic.
I'd make fun of you, but I'd probably have the same result you did.
I was awful. No warm-ups. No warm-ups. Record can show I did not warm up in my attempt. The story of Grady Gross, though, phenomenal. I mean, he kicks that field goal against Washington State, and then in the post-game, he was awarded a scholarship. His family was so excited. They were all there and said it was a great moment. He said he'd like to have another moment down in New Orleans coming up in a couple of weeks.
Tough fadeaway miss short by Frank Kepnong. Well defended by Graham Ike.
Young man from Arizona that came up here to kick. By the way, foul of a three-point shooter. That's the second time in our game we've seen that.
The miss from Ryan Nembhard. Graham Ike keeps it alive on the offensive end for Gonzaga and then goes back up. And Anton Watson takes it away for the Zags. Watson across the key, draws contact. And a foul on Washington. I voted for Michael Penix Jr.
Way to play,
so it wasn't my fault.
Way to play to the crowd, Roxy. I'm really looking forward to the college football playoffs this year. I think the matchups are great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, there's been a great deal of controversy in the talk about Florida State. But as you get set for these games, I think both of the semifinal games are going to be a lot of fun to watch. Great dump down.
Before the shot, the foul on the floor committed by Ryan Nembhard penetrates. Graham Ike, Kepnon got it. Somehow he got to that one. Frank Kepnon down low.
Pass it.
Moses Wood along the baseline, slithers in for the reverse, and the Huskies are within 2.
He had to pass that. He didn't really have a solid offensive move to be had there. But Kepnon making the positive play again.
Now Xavier Wheeler ties the game for Washington. Jun-Suk Yeo checks in. Now the full court pressure. Gonzaga not fouling yet. And they lob it across to Brooks. And a foul will send Keon Brooks Jr. to the line.